Hi darlings, thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. And today I have a Bible journaling process for you. I was going to do a simple page just to journal and document here in my pocket Bible. This is my NIV Journal the Word pocket Bible. And I thought I would turn on the camera because I wanted to inspire you with a printable only page. So as you know, Creative Retreat, they come out with the physical kit, but they also have the faithful digitals. Now, pardon my faithful digitals because they are all cut up because, like I said, I was already going to start on this page. But I know some of the girls are maybe international, or maybe you have a printer at home, so you rather have the digital files. So I want to inspire you to use your digital files as well. And if you cannot or don't want to pick up the physical kit, this has so much goodness that you can honestly make pages with this alone. So I want to kind of inspire you in that way. So what I'm going to do is I am going to create a page here in my pocket Bible, and this is going to be using only the printables. Now, I have cut out the items that I already want to do. I am journaling here in Romans chapter 12, verse 17. Sorry, chapter 11, verse 17. My page flipped on me. And I am documenting about how through Jesus' sacrifice on the tree of the cross, we have been engrafted into God's family tree. And so I love this sentiment. I wanted to get it down. And so I am going to be doing that here in my pocket Bible. So like I said, I have already journaled all of this. Now, I want to tell you that if you want, you can create a background on here, and you can use things that you already have in your craft room. Like, for example, you can use some acrylic paint and create a beautiful background. You can also do some stamping if you want to. Like, if you have, what would be really pretty is like a leafy stamp, and you can just stamp that and create like a pattern and then put your printables over that. You can use a stencil that you may have already have in your stash. Use what's in your stash. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab a round contour brush, and I'm going to use some of this. This is the Distress Oxide Tumbled Glass. So any blue that you already have in your stash will work for this. And I'm just going to lightly create a background. I am not doing anything like wedding or anything like that because I'm creating a simple page with printables. So just gonna add that there. I'm gonna start over here too to create this simple background. And you can use inks that's in your stash. You can use watercolors. I mean, I think what I'm trying to kind of let you know is use what's in your stash. Pull out what you have. Let's see what you can use to get creative in the Word of God. We all know that what's most important is not really what you're doing here, but more what you're doing before you get to this part, before you get to the art part. Okay, so I have a simple background down. Again, just a background that's simple so I can layer on top of it. You can make this as intricate or as simple as you want. It doesn't need to be this simple, but it can be this simple is what I'm trying to get at. Okay, so now I have my elements. You can print this out on white sticker paper, or you can print this out also on clear sticker paper, and it'll blend into your page even better. I'm not too worried about that. I'm just gonna cut out a little bit more of this white part down at the bottom, but not necessarily too worried about the white part because that's not, it's just not my priority. So I'm more interested on how I want to lay out my page here. So I am going to cut out a little bit of this, but not anything where it's going to be too detailed. You can also use, if you have a any type of Cricut or cutting machine like that, you can use that and it will cut it even better for you. It will cut out all this white space. I just copied on I just printed on regular copy paper, like nothing fancy. You may think, oh, you know, the older Bible journalers have all these fancy things. we don't all have those fancy things, and you can still make a beautiful page doing that. So I knew I want to use this tree here at the bottom. So I'm gonna lay down this tree first. So I'm gonna use some of my glue. There we go. Okay, and I'm kind of thinking I should have used something to anchor this at the bottom, and I didn't. But I can go back, let me see, and look, again, I'm looking at my printables. What can I use to anchor a little bit at the bottom? And I'm thinking of using, I'm thinking of using a little bit of this paper with that lighter green. And then I'm just gonna pull, I'm gonna kind of cut down here. And I love playing with paper, so I think this is why I find this so therapeutic. So I'm gonna actually lift these little legs up a little bit, and then I'm gonna cut this down. Actually, I should have just torn it. That would have made it better. Yes, okay. I love tearing paper, as you guys know. Okay, so I can kind of add that there. So I am going to add some glue here. I would add it to the actual paper, but I don't know how far up or down I should bring the glue. So I'm just gonna add it here. And one thing about playing with paper is you really can make it your own. And I love that you can. So I'm just gonna add, there we go. Gonna cut off some of that extra. There's lots of extra here, so I'm just gonna cut off some of that. And if you're wondering what type of scissors I'm using my Tim Holtz 5-inch snips. I love these scissors. I especially love that I can travel with them. Okay, there. So in essence, we're creating a little bit of a scene. So there I have my little tree, and I'm going to just add a little bit of glue here so that I can stay down. A little bit of glue there. Okay, there's that. So now I know I want to add my little label. I don't want to forget that this is going to go up at the top. I have filled the sides up, so now I'm going to be using the top. Okay, and then this is where I want to kind of add my title. So I'm trying to figure out, that's cute, but I can also do that, and I can do grafted family tree. I wanted to create a title that kind of shows that we have a grafted family tree in Christ. So I love that. I can also bring this down, do something like that. Yeah, I think I like that better because it doesn't cover up the heart as much. So now I know how that goes. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this a little bit to the top. There we go. Perfect. And then I'm going to do family tree. Do that a little bit lower. Yep. Okay. I always like to double check where exactly I'm going to place my items before I start gluing stuff down, because I'm dealing with paper. It's not as easy to pick up. I mean, you have a little bit of wiggle room if you want to move it, but not necessarily move something over too much. So I like to just double check. There we go. Now I'm going to use grafted. This is a grafted family tree. Love that. Okay, I always use these little labels for my date stamp, so I'm gonna add that a little bit down here. I'm tempted to cover the I want to use this here, but there's not a lot of space, and I'm tempted to cover the roots, but I don't really like that either. So let me see what other options I have. Or honestly, I don't have to do the same thing over and over, but if you had a little bit more space, you could definitely do that. I am just going to date stamp right along the side here, and that's perfect too. Okay, so now I have grafted family tree, and then now I want to add some wonky hearts. So let me see which ones I would prefer. Actually, I think I'm gonna grab this pink one to maybe add there. So let's see. I'm just cutting out this little pink wonky heart here. And what I love is because all of the coordinating colors are coordinating, it makes it easy to put pages together because everything matches. So truly you can't go wrong. Let me go ahead and, that wasn't my best work, but I think that's cute to add there. Yep. Love that. Even though there's already a heart there because the big wood piece is a heart. Gonna add this little heart just to add a little bit of pink to this cluster here. I'm just gonna, there we go. Put it right under there. That's perfect. Love that. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a little bit of journaling. And actually, I don't like how, this is a 0.6. I'm going to use this 0.2 because it's actually gonna look better in here. And there's it. So just a little bit of writing there. And then now I'm thinking, I want to add something to the top here. So let me see, so I don't leave that blank. Let me see. Ooh, family would be cute. Tree would be cute. I think I'm gonna go with family. Inherit, forever, loved, tree. I love loved, forever, life, child, inherit. New. I think I'm gonna go with family. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut out family. And what I'm going to do to keep this not so big is I'm just going to cut out the actual word. And not necessarily, this is the good part. You can manipulate and make these items work for you. You don't necessarily have to have it exactly the way it is. If you want to cut it in a different shape, you can. And so, yeah, I love that. Okay, so I'm gonna add family to the top here. Add a little bit of glue. I'm gonna put this right over here. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right over here. Love that. And I can even add, let me see. I could even add, I'm just gonna, okay, I'm gonna add this little heart. Y'all know that Creative Retreat is known for their hearts. I'm gonna pick this up. It's so small. You'll see it in a minute. Super, super small little heart, but I wanna add it right here. Ah, perfect. Okay, and that wraps it up for me. I am going to outline this little heart here. There we go. And that is it. That is a look at how you can journal with just the printables from the kit. You don't necessarily have to have all of the things. Just highlighting my verse there. And that wraps up this video. So if you are new here, I hope you consider subscribing. Hit the like button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you so much for joining me each and every videos. Let me know below how you liked this chatty talk video, and I will see you in the next one. God bless. Bye.